want the...
What would you have us do instead? Fight alone and die a beautiful but pointless death? No, Geralt. By some miracle, we survived that... I've made... Triss.
Of course.
Damn it! I won't be taken...
You eat your...
But...
Wait, then we This...
Use...
Fun.
Come on.
Sick.
It's not working!
Discouraged after a...
How many times?
As ma... We should... Didn't make it...
Get...
What?
But... Tell me.
What?
Always...
Hey, that's cheating.
Wimp.
We'll see about that.
Come and get me. Oh, you're for it now. Get up.
Ciri, it's the crack of...
To Velen. Bald Mountain. But a few days till the witch is set. And guess
done. What?
I'm not... The
Why do I doubt?
Do you see him here? I left him and come. Which...
Wait.
Ready?
Let's go.
After the Battle of Kaer Morhen, the defenders licked their wounds and mourned their losses, save Ciri, who began to plan a revenge. She woke Geralt one night and urged him to travel with her to Velen, to the top of Bald Mountain, where she knew she'd find Imlerith. She had decided he had to die.
The men at Crow's Perch, they spoke of this place. Ard Serbin, home of the Ladies of the Wood. The peasants feared coming here, and the Baron thought the Ladies of the Wood a terrifying tale for naughty children. Incidentally, I wonder how the Baron is.
He found his wife, took her away, somewhere far. Anna, she was unwell.
A true shame.
We stand to find Imlerith here? You sure?
Avallac'h told me of beings who commune with the NL Elves. They can be found in every part of our world. In Velen, the Crones do this. Apparently, Imlerith came here at Eredin's behest, to order the Crones to keep their eyes open and ears pricked, in case Avallac'h were to seek shelter in his Velen hideout.
Took the order literally, judging by all the ears hanging in the woods. Think Imlerith might still be here?
He craves the pleasures of the flesh, wine, sex. The Crones indulge him, flatter his ego. I'm certain he'd not let this opportunity pass, and will be on Bald Mountain for the Sabbath.
You actually know this area?
Centuries ago, it was a hallowed site for druids. But then the Crones arrived, destroyed the Velen Circle, and deformed the sacred oak atop the mountain. An important feast is observed here annually. The Sabbath, they call it. All the local folk attend. I suspect Imlerith attends too, as the Crone's guest.
Seem to know it well.
Avallac'h's a good tutor.
Let's get this done.
We must reach the peak. We'll find Imlerith there. The peasant folk of Velen call this night the Feast of Gifts. I've no idea why. Geralt? Avallac'h claims vanity is Imlerith's greatest weakness.
Vanity?
Any foe he faces, he strives to impress. The other one, Caranthir, is said to be secretive and pragmatic. Hardly surprising, given he was Avallac'h's student. Geralt? 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 Geralt?
Should I shoot?
One once served the ladies.
But he's a...
Let them approach.
But...
They've come for the feast. Wouldn't do to cast them out.
Didn't come to celebrate. We need to get to the top of the mountain.
The gate is shut. You'll not pass. But we've fires down that way, with food and drink aplenty. Sit down beside one, and perhaps this year the ladies will descend. Give us the privilege of seeing them.
We thank you for the invitation. Be glad to sit down, right?
Speak for yourself.
Come with me. Only that...
Let me...
No, they return happy and radiant. But rare is the one who then stays in Velen. Off they go to seek fortune.
Ladies of the Wood visit.
If they favor us. My father told me they descended once. Passed from fire to fire, listening to hope.
Haven't done it in a long time, then.
No point waiting to see if we'll get lucky.
Yeah, we gotta try to reach the peak. This celebration...
What do you need to know, one?
No need for anger. The White Ones serve the lady. We send them gifts all year long. And on this night...
I met one of your gifts to the crones. Sniveling. Scared to death and about 8 years old.
Stay calm. Your children.
We know not and never are.
You don't know?
Tell us instead what a peasant, his own young and starving, is to do with a want. You're not from here. Don't judge us.
Said the ladies bestow.
Aye, for our lives turn thus. First a summer of labouring neath the hot sun, then autumn rains. Then we await spring, when all that is dead is born anew. And from our blood and...
What do you do with the acorns?
The Velen elders gather, hold council. Some favour grinding them to spread on the fields for a rich harvest. Others want them given to a cunning woman who'd make...
A handful of enchanted acorns is enough for all...
'Tis never enough.
Heard enough about this. We've got other questions. We should be going.
Eager to see the ladies.
We're afire with yearning. Come, Geralt.
Go to the tent and stand before Thekla. She's the one who decides.
Prepare for it. For it too prepares for you. Drive it not off with bold words.
Great.
Wouldn't... Farewell.
He can never know. We each one use that
Do ye await the lady's gifts? The lady's grace, the glamours, came down the mountain just before daybreak.
Mine, they're fine.
Good ladies. Merciful ladies. My grandson, give him health. He works his share of mischief, but he's a good lad.
Look, A child?
No, a godling. I know him. Name's Johnny.
Well, I'll be. You're back. And I see you found... I'm Johnny. We've had the pleasure already. A bit one-sided, though it was. See, I saw you running. Your back to me. As I was... having the pleasure of... Oh...
They call me Ciri.
How are things?
Health's good, so no complaints.
What are you doing here? Last we met, you and the crones weren't...
I got an invitation I couldn't refuse. Same as every year. In their peculiar way, the crones told... So I come, wander about, and go home with...
We gotta climb the mountain. Can you help?
I'd rather try to dissuade you. But I'm certain that would be in vain.
Even more so.
Figured as much. Oh. Path to the peak starts there. Past the gate. But only old Thekla's got the key.
The key. What?
Good grief! You're worth... 3 souls are allowed atop the mountain, and only strapping young lads or comely lasses among them. They get the key, open the gate, and...
I believe I...
But he's old and ugly.
Pretty damn good at finding lost voices.
Then go find the voice of reason. It'll tell you to turn back. There's no fooling with the ladies.
We're here to find an elf named Imlerith. Ciri thinks he might be a guest of the crones.
Big bloke, in full plate. Going the right way, he's atop the mountain.
You've seen him?
Saw him in the bog first. Water froze beneath his horse's hooves. Then I saw him again Why are you looking for him?
He killed my...
Wouldn't seek revenge if I were you. Even the ladies bow and scrape before that.
Gotta get to the...
It's Thekla.
We shan't try to trick her.
She sits in that tent over yonder. I wish you luck, and do... Moons are rising, owls hoot, fire's just lit, owls lay.
Great. Wouldn't mind... Farewell. It's clearing up.
Well? Aye. Narrow hips, sparkly eyes, a striking feisty. Never had a man. Never mind. I choose you, girl. This night you shall see the ladies.
If she goes up the mountain...
What else?
It's grey and veiny, got a scar, and
Aye. Stinks of clotted blood and corpses. Plus it's... I reject ye, freak. The girl...
What's this about? What have you...
Tell him.
Each year, 3 chosen have the honour to meet the lady.
What happens after they've had this up?
When they return, they speak of the past no more. Joy rules them and they stop. The lads were not the first to be chosen this day, but the moon hangs high, so she's like to...
I'm going with...
He's determined. He loves the...
Perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps that... By ancient right you may appeal my choice. But to do so you must best the...
What kind of...
Tell him.
You must descend into the cave and bathe in the waters.
What's the catch?
The water's deep.
I accept that.
Look this over. A coin from days of yore. Falker burns on its reverse, so they call it the Defiant. Now. Something's afoot.
I was beginning to worry. Come, let's get the key.
Something's afoot. Something's nigh. They're back. What do you want?
Can't help but be curious.
Tell him.
The ladies dwell there. But only
I know that.
you'll learn nothing else.
Got that coin you... Nothing I can do about that.
I always do, my boy. Show the coin to the gatekeeper past the threshold. It... Marika will open the gate for you. Now...
That went smoothly.
Weren't the one to do the diving in that cave.
Stop whining. You're a witcher. You've dived in murkier waters.
Yeah, I have to tell you about the time I hunted a Zubo.
Eh?
What's your name, girl?
What's yours?
Your name don't matter. Atop the peak, you'll lose it and get... And you?
I passed the trot. Recognize it?
The Defiers, or a death sentence.
One tough son of a...
We've no time to lose. I'll tend to Imlerith, you take the crones. Avalark said they dwell below the oak.
No chance. I'm go...
Fine, let's play. Damn it! 2 out of 3!
Out of the question. I'll climb the mountain, you face the...
Hardly a challenge.
They're extremely dangerous. Be careful.
You too. I must get down there.
More meat. Was he? He lived a life of love and knew no bitterness. Yum, yum. Welcome, child of the Elder Blood. We knew you would return.
Your taste lingers on our tongues.
You've talked enough.
You will die here now.
You'll regret that. Naughty, naughty girl! You will die here now! You will die tonight! You will die here now! Yeah.
Damn it!
Imlerit's at the summit. Gotta be. Medallion's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be.
The sisters said you would come. They saw you arrive in the wood. They did not see the girl.
Yeah.
Where is...
Doesn't matter.
You fall to the bitter end.
I trust this time will be no different.
Stench.
Who taught you to fight like this?
The Witcher you slew.
We did it.
Barely. How'd it go down there?
I slew only 2 of the crones. The third fled with Vesemir's medallion. My sole memento.
You avenged Vesemir.
Avalark claims vengeance is only ever satisfying when served cold. He's wrong. Now to find Eredin and kill him. Honorin, for your thoughts?
Wondering what to tell Yennefer when we get to Novigrad.
Tell her the truth. Always. I wonder if Triss and Yennefer have found the sorceresses of the Lodge. We ought to rejoin them.
Yeah, let's get going.
Thank you for coming with me.
Come here.
Let's go.
The oak is dead.
The oak, the crones. I fear that was your last feast.
What of our acorns?
Don't know, don't care.
You must learn to live without them.
This is no longer no man's land. It's no longer the lady's land. It's all yours.
What are we to do?
Come, Geralt. It's time.
Manage on your own.
Then non-humans. Thought it was mages the hunters and the temple guard were after.
Mages left. Hunters needed a new quarry. Hatred and prejudice will never be eradicated, and witch hunts will never be about witches. To have a scapegoat, that's the key. Humans always fear the alien, the odd. Once the mages had left Novigrad, folk turned their anger against the other races. And as they have for ages, branded their neighbors their greatest foes.
Dandelion! Ready some tankards! With guests!
Geralt! Ciri! When I learned Geralt had found you...
Glad to see you in one piece too, Dandelion.
Where have you two been?
Just finished hunting down the crones of Velen and a general of the Wild Hunt.
Well, you've had a busy morning then, haven't you?
In fact, you look terrible. Like you could really use some rest.
Gladly take some. Point me to a room.
Of course. Come on, little swallow. I'll take you.
Let's meet later, Geralt. I've a little matter to resolve.
Right. Anything happen?
Pretty Polly came down with a fever. Matt Oyster caught a knife between the ribs, and they're late delivering the sodden...
Dandelion. Lodge of Sorceresses. Triss and Yen were supposed to...
They're working on it. Triss is upstairs, waiting for you. Yennefer's gone to crippled Kate's.
Yen? At that port...
Didn't inform me. Imagine... Ah, and that elf of yours moved into the Ruby Suite. Told me to tell you he's waiting.
Gave him...
He didn't exactly. I prepared another room for him, but he blew past me and locked himself in the Ruby. Hasn't peeked out since. Barely eats, drinks only water, and the only thing I've heard from him is, I wish to know when Gwynblade and Zariel arrive.
Thanks. Looks like I'll have my hands full.
That one's so pretty that he can't keep his hands off himself.
What do you seek, painkiller?
Ah!
We can go at it here, or at my place. You choose.
Buy you a drink?
I'm afraid the dishwater's as good as it gets in this estate. Imlerith, was that your...
Ciri.
As I thought. I'm glad you...
I thought you'd be angry.
Angry? Why? Because you supported Ciri in her decision?
What if we'd lost?
We wouldn't be having this conversation. And the female part of the continent's population will be drowning in tears. You won. No point bothering with...
How'd it go with the lot?
I'm afraid the situation... dangerous times. Especially for sorceresses. Each thinks... But it's neither the time nor the place for this discussion.
Charming play.
I was able to establish Margarita's whereabouts. I also learned the identity of the man who escaped from there.
What do you know about...
I know he's the only one ever to escape from Daerad. Every god...
Sure he can be trusted?
We'll soon find out. Abbe Faria?
Who's asking?
We'd like to talk.
Damn.
Best run and get him.
Hey!
These humans go wilder by the day.
Watch where you're going, eh?
Damn it. Scaled the ladder. Guess I'm in for a roof walk. Thought you'd agreed to meet.
I said I'd found him, not that I'd spoken to him.
What do you want from me? Let me be!
Calm down, we just want to chat.
And then stick a shiv between my ribs. Leave me in the gutter.
Look at us. Do we look like bandits to you?
No. No, not really.
I'm glad you agree. Besides, you'd be worthless to us dead.
So you shan't hurt me?
No. You're gonna tell us your story, then be on your way.
Oh, so be it. But we really ought to go back to Kate's. It's unwise to linger in the street.
Drink up. It'll help.
Thanks.
To get into Daerad.
Find a hunter. Tell them you practice magic. They'll lock you up like it.
We need to get in without anyone noticing. Tell us how you... They say no one gets out.
Aye, so they say. My thought?
But they burn the corpses.
They didn't start burning them until they learned an old fellow like myself had escaped. Before, they dropped the stiffs into a great pit. The pit's connected to the sewers, and the sewers empty into the river. And once you reach the river, you're as free...
So you played dead?
As a youth, I'd apprenticed with an apothecary in Silverton. Learned a thing of sleeping mushrooms grew on the walls of my cell. And I found belladonna in the prison yard. Just had to mash them together and eat the pulp an hour before evening rounds.
You might have lost your...
I prefer to die on my own terms with that.
They say Daeron's better guarded than the keep.
They choose the guards from among witch hunters. The worst dregs, rabid fanatics. Torture every day. The wheel, the rack. We only knew peace on holidays when they'd drink themselves blind.
They're allowed to drink on duty?
Oh, not officially, but you know how it is.
So theoretically we could...
Assuming we don't mind the company of decomposing corpses.
And assuming you can squeeze through the grate. They barred the outlet to the river after I escaped.
Huh. Explosives could take care of that.
For half the city to hear us? I've a better plan. Oxenfurt was built on...
Which have to connect to the sewers somewhere. If we can find a way into the ruins...
We'll get into the prison.
See?
One last bit of advice. Find a new tavern. Everyone here knows you.
Thank you. Whatever your plans, I hope they work out.
So do we. So long. What he said about the guards? Good.
True. Things will go more smoothly if we can get even a few...
Zoltan ought to manage it.
Let's meet on the Oxen...
Got a snake's tongue as well.
I'd give you a discount for heroic deeds, but the madam... Well, you know.
Hey, Jackie, you're the oldest.
What's the hurry, my friend?
Zoltan? They're holding...
What should I do?
Load a wagon with as much Mahakaman as you can find and drive it to Yennefer will give the signal. He'll drive through the gates and treat the guards.
Oh, these are terrible times. Since the mages left town, the hunters have taken town. A dwarf lingering around the prison gates only stands to...
Right. I'll go straight to Yen in that case. She went to find a way into the ruins. Nice talking to you, Zoltan. Greetings, Triss.
Have you lost your mind? You went after... How could you put Ciri in danger?
Come on, we came out of it fine.
That's the sole comfort I find in this. You know what might have happened.
Yeah, but I'd never let Ciri come to any harm. Past burning pyres on the way into town.
Things grow worse by the day. No mages left in the city. We need to resolve everything as quickly as possible.
Any success with the lodge?
It doesn't look good. Ida outright refused, while Francesca won't budge from her little realm with a war rig. We don't know about Fringilla. Haven't been able to contact...
And the others? Kira? Margarita? Philippa?
Kira? I thought you, of all people, would know.
Few can refuse a sorceress. And Kira Metz certainly had her ways. But when she demanded the Mage Alexander's notes, I had to turn her down. Kira needed that, as she needed the impetus to start anew. She found it where she least expected to. Years later, known for discovering the cure for the Catriona plague, she was thankful none remembered her time in hiding as a village witch.
I've seen worse matches. Hope things work out for them.
I hope they work out for us, and we actually find Philippa and Rita.
Know where they are?
Yennefer's looking into Rita's whereabouts. I have to figure out where Philippa is.
So, learn anything?
A few things that could be interesting. Prefer the long version or the short?
Tell me everything. I want the details.
After fleeing Loch Muin, Philippa ended up here in Novigrad. She sought help from her former lover, the sorcerer Arthur de Vlister.
Philippa and a former lover? Something tells me happily ever after is not how that story ends.
Philippa had made a fool of him once. Arthur was out for revenge. He convinced her she'd be safest as an owl. She transformed, and he placed a Dimeridium. The mage hunt started shortly afterwards. Sadly, Arthur fell victim. Just so happened a certain dwarven acquaintance of ours stumbled on the
Zoltan. Huh. So Philippa was here.
Was, precisely. Zoltan lost her in a card game a few days.
Yep, that's Zoltan.
A man showed up here, fleeced Zoltan bare, then proposed they play. Naturally, he won. Then politely thanked Zoltan.
Who was it? Know where he...
He's not from here. No one knows him.
Great.
We have this.
That Philippa the Owl's feather?
Specifically hydromancy, and a form of sortilege. We need a fountain where we won't be...
One outside the passive...
Good idea. Let's... We're here.
Nice and quiet. Shouldn't be any disturbances.
Let's begin. Observe the water's surface carefully. We can't let anything go unnoticed.
Graham et Thuir, Robert Megale, Alvelte. Graham et Thuir, Deagnis Kerle, es Pirshena a es Claes.
Looks familiar. A bathhouse. I know the place. Dijkstra. He has her. At his bathhouse. Might have guessed as much. Was that the past?
The recent past.
Let's go to the bathhouse.
Come on. I hope we get there in time. I hope Dijkstra hasn't already hurt her.
The possibilities are many. Could be Dijkstra that got hurt.
Well, not likely. Dijkstra never forgave her for sending assassins after him. And Philip is weakened, no doubt about it.
Weakened, maybe. But still a powerful sorceress. If Dijkstra's men take the Dimeridium off, we'll kill them before they can say, oh shit.
Watch out!
Guess they underestimated Philippa.
I sense strong.
Surrender! This place is a maze, witch! You'll never get out! Goddamn fools! After her!
We'll handle this.
Oh no, no, no! The sorceress stays here!
We're going together.
Not a chance.
It's fine, Geralt. I'll stay. In case she tries to...
Fine. Be right back. she cast a spell on them.
I am your master now.
Witcher, no past.
Damn it, cast a spell on him too. She's hurt. Did you see that? I want to help her.
Birdie, no past.
Ever had a stomach ache? Her stomach aches like she just ate 100 old drowners.
But no want. Drowner make.
Let me pass. I can help. I want to help you.
Help me die. Don't hold your breath.
I'm not out to hurt you.
Bollocks! You will not take me.
I want to help you.
Ha! Forgive me, but I just don't believe you.
What now?
What's happened? So quiet all of a sudden?
Stop squirming. If I wanted to kill you, you'd be long dead by now.
What do you want? To torment me? To watch others do so?
I need your help.
Betray me, and I will.
Relax. Not planning on it. Triss is outside. She'll explain everything.
Deepest apologies, but the lady will come with me.
Dijkstra, I don't have time for this. Get out of my way.
I've no quarrel with you, Geralt.
but Phil and I have lots to talk about. Remember the assassins you sent after me, darling Phil? A grave error. Such matters ought to be handled personally, as I will now demonstrate.
Not gonna demonstrate it.
And I don't give a fl. I've awaited this moment forever, so, very sorry, but I care as much about your plans as I do. Philippa will come with me, and answer for all the...
Always knew the value of...
Which is why I don't believe you have anything,
The Emperor of Nilfgaard wasn't able to sway the Trade Corporation.
Opposition nibbling at his arse, eh? Seems the White Flame won't dance on the graves of it.
His daughter has returned. The Emperor wants to abdicate.
Cirilla? Impossible. This, provided, of course, you're...
Emperor himself told me.
Emir's a lying.
When it comes to his daughter's future...
You've no idea of the importance of this information. A change on the Imperial... Radovid's sure to be delighted. If Emir sounds the retreat, there'll be no force left that could possibly stop, especially in light of our bloody aborted...
You didn't actually believe you could do it. Radovid's crazy, but he's no idiot. Knows all too well there are dozens out there who'd...
Silence.
Do I understand you correctly? You want to kill Radovid? Well, Siggy. Sadly, as you well know, Radovid has sought refuge on his boat. He's guarded so closely, I'd not be at all surprised to learn he shares his bed each night with two...
You know too much, Phil. Yet one more reason why you must die.
Think you might want to hear her out. Dare say Philippa despises Radovid at least.
I'm content someone apart from myself has finally gotten the idea to rid the world of the degenerate.
Save your praise for others. I couldn't give a shit.
Currently, only two individuals stand to draw Radovid off his boat. Emir and myself.
You'd agree to be the bait?
I fear you'd be hard-pressed to convince Emir to dangle himself as such.
Fat fucking chance. Geralt, I wouldn't trust this cunt to hard-boil my eggs.
Rightly so, I'm terrible with eggs. But think on this. Radovid hears that you've captured me. Will he not throw caution to the wind? Will he not jump at the chance to kill me, personally, with his bare hands?
Out of the question. Geralt, get her out of here before I burst her testicle. And then we must meet with our friends. I've leased a warehouse port side. Be sure to come.
Sorry to take so long, but I had to deal with the guards.
Hello, Triss.
Philip, I've been bad. I'll get you out.
Gonna be all right?
Yeah.
disrespect, Witcher.
No bread, no coin, all is shite.
Ooh!
I'd like to do that.
Yes, Geralt?
So, there you were in Putrid Grove, and out of nowhere
Honestly? Oh,
Figured as much. You weren't easy to find.
you'd recovered your memory. Found Yennefer, so...
But it turned out my amnesia changed nothing. Wanted to be with you.
I know that.
Look what I...
Come on, we have to
I think...
We'll know soon enough. Come with me. I know a place where the wall... Everything's ready. Let's get to work.
Play.
Give me...
Let's...
Yeah. In allen dwane ar eis.
Verder and the Kelter!
Who are you? What?
I remember a hill. A battle. I had orders for it. The right flank was to attack.
The right flank didn't attack, and the sorceress was Lydda Nade, known also as Coral. I was there too. This happened long ago.
Shit.
You're exhausted. Always happens with...
Yes,
Once you've recovered a bit, you should find Ambassador Var-Atra. He's sure... Good luck.
That was... interesting.
And exhausting. Oh, to fall onto a feather bed and sleep till... Well, till I woke.
Non-human, are you?
Stop it!
Kind beyond the rules.
Phil, save me. I'm dying of poverty.
So, how'd it go with this thing? A witch. Now that's the lot.
So much work.
Hey, Whitey, why'd your hair go white?
Ah!
Scrub!
You.
Swords? Wise. Not safe for him. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe go fuck yourself.
Who's there?
Witcher Geralt.
Get in here. Boss awaits upstairs. Bloody tell us what this is about.
Just as soon as Geralt arrives. Witcher, at last.
And up the fucking creek. Why have you summoned us? Radovid's on his ship. We'll not get to him there, I've told you.
Stop it! I've an idea how to draw him onto dry land. But all in due course. Let's start by confessing our sins. I let Philippa Eilhart in on our plan. Mea culpa.
Bravo. Bloody bravo.
Now, it's not a disaster. The Lady Sorceress is highly unlikely to warn the brat. What's more, she's willing to help us kill him. Naturally, it's nothing I'll ever agree to. But Phil, she's inspired me. Call her my muse.
Inspired you to do what?
Patience. We've yet to get to the substance of the matter. Geralt, do I recall correctly that Radovid's hired you to find Philippa?
You're nosy.
I know. Forgive...
No, you're not a spy anymore. Remember? Chose the life of a criminal.
No, that choice was made for me. Philippa forced me to flee Redania. Radovid prevented me from returning.
Dijkstra, infernally sad story. Really fucking tugs at the heartstrings. But do you mind getting back to the matter at hand?
Yes, right. Geralt, be so kind as to answer the question. He give you the contract or not?
Only thing I've found is her hideout. What's your point?
We can use Philippa without involving her, provided you help. Radovid expects you to report to him, bring him information about her. All you need to do is mention her name. Intimate that you've a lead, you're on her trail.
Oh, he'll swallow that. Hook, line, sinker, and a good bit of the rod as well.
Let's say...
You'll tell him you've found Philippa's hideout. Somewhere where we can easily set a trap.
Bridge to Temple Isle. Built up both sides. Lots of nooks, gates. Easy to block off from the rest of the city.
Good idea. I'll divide my men, post half on one end, other half on the other, by the gate. And in the middle, Ves, with a well-oiled crossbow.
You see, Geralt, all we ask is that you invite Radovid out for a stroll, bring him to the bridge.
I'm in. But once it's done, what then? There'll be an uproar in the city.
Thought of that already. Remember Madame Irina's theatre? Abandoned now, not a soul looks in there. Tala and I would...
Await us? Unwilling to risk...
Not the point. Dijkstra and I have many cocksucking virtues, but fighting ability's just not one of them. Not as fit for that as we are for a bleeding beauty pageant.
Don't worry, Geralt. My people are battle-hardened. They'll manage. You just bring them the king.
Do what I can. Where's his ship moored these days?
Just round the corner, in Novigrad's port. And for your sake, I hope he's in a good mood when you look in on him.
The bridge must be clear.
My lads will make sure of that.
Guards round the temple, what about them? Won't they bloody congregate when they see the fighting?
If they're paid a tidy sum, they won't.
Philippa? What the hell are you...
Geralt, don't ask questions you know the answers to. It may... Eavesdropping on your conversation, naturally, with a good deal of interest.
Mind telling me what you found puzzling?
Your naivety. Do you honestly believe...
Radovid's lost his mind. Doesn't think ration...
That is why he may very well choose to torture you, even if you brought me to him in chains. Just because.
Philippa, why even tell me this?
Not at all. It's because I think it vital that... You don't want my help, more's the pity. But I shall do what I can to make certain you don't... Here, take this.
A ring. Redanian eagle etched in the ruby.
It belonged to Vizimir, Radovid's father. Hand him that, and he may believe you captured me. He might...
What's the cat?
There is none.
Philippa, I know you too damn well. Always got a plan. Always got at least two
This time I shall be content with one. Radovid's head. Good luck, Geralt.
Good folk! Mages have sent a hunter!
Oh, you make a fine sailor. See what you can sense.
Ow!
No bread, no coin, poor as shite.
Oh! Hey, Whitey, why'd your hair go white? Oh! Oh! I serve the eternal fire!
Stay out of my way.
You okay? Witcher Geralt.
An audience. Got new information about...
I'll need your weapons. Your Majesty, the Witcher.
I hope you brought something better than magic crystals this time.
I know where she is.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you seek to trick me. Like the other.
What others?
You see, a rumor went around that I generously reward any who bring information about Isleheart. There's no shortage of the greed. The first aboard was a hunter. Brought me a dead owl with no eyes. He thought I'd believe it, shower him with gold. I had him The second was the postmaster from Oxenfurt. Claimed to have a letter she'd penned. It was forged, of course. I had his fingers cut off. He'll never write again. Needless to say, the rest of the queue dispersed quickly.
I'm a professional. Got a reputation to uphold. Be stupid of me to come to you.
My father's ring. Philippa used it to stamp her decrees, then distribute them as the word of the king. Where is she?
Under your nose, sire. In Novigrad. In a house on the bridge leading to Temple Isle.
Why haven't you brought her to me?
Gotta capture someone to take them anywhere. All I did was track her down, then stole this ring as proof that I had.
Do you fear her?
No. You want to kill her yourself. With your own hands. I know this.
You shall come with me. Hubrecht, Gather the men.
How many, sire?
All of them. Well, where is she? Where is Philippa?
Like I said, house on the bridge, closer to the other end.
Close off this end. We need no guests, no innocent bystanders, or witnesses. Damian, Duke, Egbert, Freak, Caspar. You shall stay here, secure the rear, and kill the Witcher.
This how you reward those who serve you?
It is how I punish those who irritate me. You know too much. You impede me too often. And I find your arrogance an annoyance. I've had men killed for less. Follow me.
Any last words? Oh, fuck!
Free the Witcher, then Radovid. Hang on, Geralt. On our way. All right. Plan's gone to hell. So be it. We'll improvise. Follow me, Geralt. We must...
Shoot at will! Let's try and get around us! I'll
Open up! I command you to open the door!
You needed merely to ask. That settles the score. And that was from the heart. Forgive me. I could not deny myself the pleasure.
How did she... Where? Why? How the fuck?
Eavesdropped on us, back at the warehouse.
What? And you didn't think it worth...
Lads, the time to discuss... Radovid is dead. It matters not by whose hand. Mission accomplished. Now let's get the hell away. Place...
Let's go.
Well, what? Is it done?
It's done. Though all did not go according to plan. More on that later. First, a stiff drink and a toast. The North. Temeria.
Temeria!
Bloody Temeria!
Sure this isn't premature? Radovid's dead, but it's a long way from that to a free Temeria. War's not over, not even close.
You're mistaken. Tomorrow at noon, the commander of Army Group Center will sign a truce in Emir's name. A truce whose wording we agree.
So back there in Velen, when the trolls nabbed?
Yes, I was returning from the last round of talks. Emir will keep Edion and Lyria, but in exchange for Radovid's head and a stop to guerrilla activities, he will withdraw from Temeria.
Which will become the Empire's vassal state.
Self-ruled internally, with its own courts, administrative structures and army. The silver lilies will bloom neath the rays of the great sun. But I'm not, so all I'll say is there was...
Haven't told me the whole truth.
You're right on that account. We know you're bloody allergic to politics, decided to emphasize majors and whatnot.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. That but this blow might be the be-all and end-all here.
What's that?
Vakmeth, Act 1, Scene 7. Always wanted to play that. Never cast as anything but... Geralt, what Tala told you, put it out of your mind. There will be no truce with Nilfgaard. Redania, under my enlightened rule, will fight on until it wins. And when it does, it will unite all the North, including...
What? How? This is not what we Plough agreed.
True. Instead, we insisted on one realm's questionable sovereignty, and to recover it, we gave Emir virtually all the North's other kingdoms. It was not a wise arrangement.
You two-faced horseman. I will not...
Actually, you, Roach, should be the first to understand I've no choice.
Why the hell would I understand?
Because you, too, are a patriot. Geralt, this doesn't concern you. You may go. Fare thee well on your...
Can't let you kill them,
Oh, hard luck. Kill them all.
That all you can muster?
Stop walking into his soul! You'll regret that provocation!
Bloody hell! Bugger me!
That was close. Very close.
It's hardly over. The envoy, due to meet the Nilfgaardians tomorrow. No doubt Dijkstra ordered him killed. We'll need to protect him.
Sorry, you're on your own,
You've had your fill of politics, I understand. Once it's over, come to Vizima. You'll be received with honors.
you stay longer. It's far safer with you.
I've got a twinge of me back.
Boars. Boars everywhere.
Your kind spreads disease. Defeatism and desertion.
Stay out of my way.
Find a way in?
Several. Nearest is through. Did you arrange any help?
We'll manage on our own.
Shall we begin?
Let's do this. Sure the guards don't know about the passage through the ruins? Haven't planted sentries there?
They haven't.
How can you be sure?
Novigrad's hierarchs have taken great care to eradicate any and all memories of the city's elven roots. Even if anyone remembers the ruins are there, they have no recollection of how far and where they extend. And I'm absolutely certain no one's thought to place sentries there.
Oh!
Here we are, due to an edict Hemmelfart issued some years ago. But I managed to find 2 brawny and obliging passers-by who agreed to remove the impediment. For a modest fee, naturally. Here.
What is this?
Use it once you find Rita. I'll be able to pin...
Not coming?
Mucking through ruins and sewers? I'd rather leave...
Meaning you'd rather waltz in once the hard... Wet clothes. Oh, joy. Tight. Won't budge. Gotta be a lever around here somewhere.
Come on.
This'll come in handy. That ought to do it. Wall looks brittle. Breaks in here.
What is whirling?
What is it?
Margarita.
Who's that? Geralt.
Getting you out of here.
No chance. We'll both die in here.
Sheila.
They captured her first.
Her condition's critical. It's pointless. He'll never open it without the warden keeps them with him at all times.
Be right back. Giving me no choice.
Raise the barricades! Archers on the roof! All to their stations!
Any last words? Come on, come closer.
What are you doing?
Yen insisted on coming.
Rita! Sheila! When I get my hands on the sons of bitches...
Yenna, I shan't make it.
Hold on. You must hold on.
I'm dying, Yenna. I'm a sorceress. Let me die with dignity.
Yen, get Rita out of here.
Geralt.
Yenna, for once, don't argue with him.
I can't pass through the portal with you both. You'll need to...
Don't like portals anyway.
Funny. There was a time I'd have asked you not.
No, you'd never have asked. You're too
Choked to death.
Oh.
3 pounds of
Ever heard the legends of the White Wolf?
need a hanky. Gotta admit...
You humans have, unusual tastes. How did you fare on Bald Mountain?
Need to ask?
I ask as a courtesy. A concept you clearly forgot.
Ciri was in a hurry.
I know, so she wrote in her letter. But that is not my concern. You eliminated Imlerith adeptly. So adeptly you might say you inspired...
Skip the guessing games. I'm tired.
The loss of one of his great generals has weakened Eredin significantly. 2 others remain.
How do we get rid of them?
Caranthier is a loyalist, but Gels, that is another story. He was a devoted follower of our former king. And as it happens, Eredin poisoned our beloved ruler.
Regicide. Serious stuff. Take it not many know about...
Of the living, only I. And Eredin.
Question is, can you get Gels?
Nothing you need worry about.
Haven't mentioned...
Such drastic means are not always necessary.
So you probably plan...
Brilliant deduction.
Fine, so...
Why to bring Gels here? Show him the truth of what happened.
Fabulous plan, if we only knew...
We do. In the land of the end.
Land of the end?
You don't recall. After all, you did travel with Eredin. The land of the Elder folk. The world where we arrived centuries ago. A world that is now... The Red Riders come from there. And it is there where we will find...
Think you're forgetting something. You and Ciri might know how to travel between worlds.
You clearly know there are many other worlds apart from the one where we now... They're linked by passages, hidden gateways that afford travel from one world to... Of course, few know of these gateways. Even fewer can locate them.
Elven sages, for example?
For example. One such passage will open soon near where we are, fortuitously enough. Between this noble edifice and the butcher's yard. That's our chance. Shall...
Let's go. This house. Supposed to drive a godling from here.
Supposed to?
Decided it was harmless.
Yes? The passage is here, past this... This is the place. Once we enter, there'll be no returning until we reach Gels.
Yes, let's go.
Remember, wherever you land, search for a place that looks like this one. We shall meet.
Mean we'll be separated?
It's possible. I lack your ward's talent. Zirel is the Lady of Time and Space. I merely know how to use this arcane knowledge to... It's time. Welcome to the Daidaret Desert.
There's somewhere in our world?
Ever seen such canyons in your world? Come, we must go.
What is this place?
A very old world, thoroughly raped and destroyed.
Anything live here?
Mainly desert creatures, able to survive months on end without water. Oh, and large sand crabs beneath the surface. We must be careful they don't sense us.
And before? Were there any people or elves?
Do you believe humanoids have a monopoly on destroying worlds?
So what did live here? Sentient monsters of some sort?
Look at those cliffs. Remind you of anything?
Look a bit like the bed of a giant river.
Or the bottom of a sea.
Mean there were water creatures here once?
No creatures. Merely a sea.
Trying to say that
there are many different worlds and even more forms of life. Many of them intelligent, much more so in fact than you humans. But as it turns out, not even that could stop them from exhausting all the resources of their world. To the last drop. Yes? 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 No reason to tarry. Come. Ah, the portal.
Looks more like a ruin.
Appearances can be deceiving.
So what are we waiting for?
For it to open. Shouldn't take but a few moments.
What's going on?
The sand crabs have sensed our presence.
Wonderful. Avallac'h? There it is. Vapors don't look terribly inviting. Damn it, gotta hold my breath. Any longer and I'd have suffocated. bolt through them. Somewhere, and I gotta find that next passage quick. If I can just find cover along the way, I should make it to the passage. Cold. Freeze to death if I don't hide somewhere. And I gotta find that next passage quick. If I can just find cover along the way, I should make it to the passage. Light in a place like this. Someone must have lit it. With any luck, it was a certain grouchy elven sage. Snow's up to the rooftops. Wonder how long this blizzard's been blowing.